bum. Oh, top
Let
bum
me
bum.
go on the Krew season page real quick. Go live for these niggas. One time. Let me see.
Walking with the heat. Yup. Q, don't come in here starting. Please don't come in here start first.
God, dog. That nigga breathe.
Come here on bullshit early, yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Burson, what up? J Anime, what up, bro?
It's cracking my peoples.
Emeraldo. Capping season. Look here, man. Don't make me put my hats back on, man.
We're on everything. We're on YouTube Live right now, too. We're on YouTube Live right now.
I gotta put my hats back on. It's gonna be an issue.
We're on YouTube Live right now. We getting it in.
Got
And
some
with the
content.
gang.
Got some content to edit. You know what I'm saying?
With
Big
the
Daddy.
gang, of course.
Big Daddy putting in work today.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking the most handsome out the bunch, but
I mean, I wouldn't.
mind
I wouldn't jump out the
Never
window.
mind
And
that.
that.
That's what.
Never mind that.
That's what works for you.
Hell,
You know what I'm
nah.
saying?
Boy, talking crazy.
I hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday, man.
Glad y'all finally got the alert, man. I know they be like honing y'all on sending the alerts out, man. We
That's
gotta.
real. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I'm happy y'all coming in here to kick it with me, man. I know y'all getting ready to go party, getting y'all shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fellas, hey, if you going out, today is don't buy a chick a drink day. Yeah. And for the ladies, yeah.
You got about 3 men.
Hey, for you ladies, hey, you gotta finesse at least 3-4 niggas while you in there at the same time, yeah. Show them boys you ain't playing.
While we playing, something is in a couple days. But then, but of course they don't celebrate that. They don't.
I know what you're
They don't celebrate that.
I know what you're talking about.
They don't celebrate that.
Yeah, nah, Q. We don't have a set day that we
What's
go,
30
man.
days
We
after Valentine's Day?
just go live when we feel inspired.
March 14th.
It may be one time this week, it may be 2 times next week.
What?
But it ain't no specific day, man. We just jump on this motherfucker whatever. We just feel like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
hey.
Gotta start taking YouTube a
I
bit
need
more
that
serious.
ribeye. I need that porterhouse.
You know, ain't no women about to buy that. Hey, if you ask them, they all broke.
I need me a nice ribeye.
I ain't gonna say all of them.
Cajun ribeye for Morton's to be exact.
How many women on this live buying a nigga a steak, man? Keep it a stack.
She really ain't supposed to buy it. She really supposed to cook it. But that's a whole nother issue. Bree, what up? I see you.
We running on the notion ain't no women in this class cooking. Yeah, they can't cook.
Yeah, most of these women can't cook for real. Matter of fact, all the women in the chat, like, post what y'all go-to dish is. Like, when you trying to impress a dude, what's your like go-to dish when you trying to impress a dude? He coming by the crib. Put it in the chat, man.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I came on here to just show some love. Tell y'all we on YouTube Live right now. Right now. She say she cook. She cook before she buy. She say.
Where's my hats at? Get my hats, man. They might make me get up and get my hats again.
Say that's cap.
Yeah, man. Tell me what y'all go-to dish is, man. Jerk pasta. Oh.
What's y'all go-to dish, man? My boy say, what's y'all go-to dish?
Haitian food.
When y'all want to finesse a man in the stand with you, what's your go-to dish?
Alfredo. If anybody say Alfredo, I'm about to block you in this.
Chicken Alfredo.
No.
I'm about to block them. Anybody say Alfredo, they get blocked.
Spaghetti with the shrimp. Yeah.
With no meat.
With no meat. They got spaghetti with the sauce. With the shrimp.
How you report pages on here, man?
And they don't mix. They got the sauce separate. You put it on top.
I just didn't know if you liked it like that. I didn't know if you ate it like that. I didn't want to just jump to conclusions.
Put it in one pot.
Holy shit! That's
She say salmon. She say salmon, rice, and asparagus.
Nah. Salmon, rice, and asparagus way too easy. Tell me, is it anything special that you do with the salmon? Don't just say salmon.
Hey, ribeye, medium rare,
All right.
cast iron skillet,
Okay.
garlic butter, broccoli, fresh garlic, and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Okay.
You might know what she's talking about.
Keep it a stack.
You may know what you're talking
How
about, but
many
can you
y'all
cook it?
use the box macaroni and cheese?
Keep it a stack.
Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack.
Keep it a stack.
I know
Stuffed
y'all
chicken,
do.
steak, salmon.
And if you
I
use
cook everything.
and if you use Kraft, then I'm really judging.
Somebody said red beans, rice, cornbread, Southern way. Man, your red beans and rice don't be slapping like that.
Yeah, I can look at the ad.
Do
You
it.
don't know what
Put
you're
it in
doing.
a
with
slow
red
cook,
beans.
or you do it in the pot. How you do it?
Come on.
How
Hey, shout out
long
to
does
you.
it take?
Yeah,
to
man.
make that
What's up?
bean? It take an hour and a half.
Hey, put it up. Put it up. Yeah, an hour and a half.
Look
Put it
here.
up. Put it up.
Q say it's
you,
steak
thank
and
you.
BJ Day. She say take a shot. Well,
Thank you.
we'll take one, but you got to come up and take it with us.
That's on the 14th.
That's facts.
Come up and
saying?
take it with us, man.
Hey, B. Paul say steak or seafood off rip.
B. Paul.
Okay.
Oh, I know B. Paul.
Yeah, for sure.
B. Paul can cook.
Yeah,
B.
that's
Paul
the only one
certified.
got any type of sway on him about cooking that we can rip.
Yeah, man. B. Paul certified. I take her word for it. Elise, what up,
soaked
gang?
the beans for 24 hours.
Okay. They might know a little something.
Okay,
They
that's
might know
crock
something.
pot. That's crock pot.
They might know
A
something.
little bit of peppers, a little bit of, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'm saying.
Chopped up. Okay.
They might
You
know.
might know what you're doing a little bit,
If you
man.
throw it on at the right time, you can go to work and come home and they be ready.
Oh, man. Ooh. Wait, what Q say?
Food for 3 weeks.
Oh, Lord. 3 weeks is a long time. I don't know how
Yeah,
you pulling that
yeah.
off.
Somebody say they go-to dish is hamburger helper.
Yeah, we know.
Blocker.
We know it
I
is.
thought it was
Blocker.
you saying
Oh, that was
that.
it. Oh. I was about to say, everybody say hamburger helper blocker immediately.
She say ain't no crock pot.
Oh.
You make me happy. So you getting up and actually doing some work.
Doing a little stirring. You doing a little stirring in there.
You getting up, okay.
You got your alarm set for every 35 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay, I
man.
see. I might know a little something about some cooking, man. Pork chops, mashed potatoes. But hey, what are we doing to the pork chops? If you just putting them in the oven, you know what I mean? Nah,
Nah, man.
that ain't enough.
We sipping good. I would. Matter of fact, I am gonna tell y'all what we sipping on. We got the bottle.
Mm-mm.
Hold this.
I'll tell you what I'm sipping on. I'm sipping on Grey Goose as always, man. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to the flock for sure. But yeah,
Choose wisely. Drink
yeah,
responsibly.
drink responsibly, man. Shout out to the sponsors, man.
What kind of phones we got this shit?
You know, bro got new updated top G14 classified technology.
I was trying to look at it from the wide lens. Wide lens.
Yeah, you know.
Look, Q trying to give him the cheat code. Hell nah. She said if y'all can't cook, go to HEB, get free cooked food.
Don't give them no cheat code.
At Tony's. Nah,
Don't
hold
give
on.
them no
Nah.
cheat
Let me block you. She ain't here wilding. I had these women for real trying it. Fella, that's the thing, fella. We got to start calling them on that, man. Which gets into, you know, the topic of this video we want to discuss today. We want to talk about expectations. I want to talk about what expectations are coming into the relationship and how unrealistic that they are from the women's side. Because, man, we don't have unrealistic expectations
At
coming
all.
into it. We don't.
I don't think ever.
Everything we expect from y'all is what y'all supposed to be doing. But on the other end, y'all just continue to drop the ball. And I'm just sick and tired of it. Somebody got to stand up for the men in this regard.
A problem is they don't have enough experience, so they don't know. That's one of the main issues.
See, wait, hold on. You giving them too much. What we at on likes, man? Y'all know how we do this thing. 75 likes, and then we get to the bag. It's 80-some people in here, so that means it should be 110 likes.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
You already know how we give it up.
Nah, but hey,
Amaja, what up? I see you.
We back, of course. You know what I'm saying? We back. We on YouTube Live. For real. We on YouTube Live. We doing some things.
He said, who dropping the ball? Women dropping the ball.
Women's.
It's a fact. Hey, shout out to Professor Trill, man. We appreciate it. Shout out to PA in the building, man.
Black home.
Fucking, I'm heading home. I haven't.
Ron James.
Damn, came through the show.
Better than
Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you.
Shout out to the city.
Migos, whatever that shit, Casamigos.
Yeah,
Casamigos. If you ask me, I've been buying this lately. This what I've been drinking on. You know what I'm saying? But Casamigos still my go-to. I've been going to black on, great tequila. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James shit.
Yeah, shout out to Braun.
Go shit. 50-point game.
I don't know about gold. See, we was doing
50-point
good.
game.
You was doing good.
Let's talk about
y'all know how I'm repping. I
talk about
only
it.
support shit that's good. I give a fuck if you black or white. But if you black for sure, if it's good, I'm gonna
Let's talk about
how I'm coming. You get what I'm saying?
We'll talk about that later. Matter of fact, we can have our own sports.
That Lobos.
He said we
gonna add JR on our sports show.
You got to give him a sport. Give him a sports takes episode.
Yeah.
She say Reposado. I think. Yeah. What
Yeah.
is that? The
Anejo.
Yeah, the
Neho.
that motherfucker for this. The Anejo, however you say that shit. That shit.
Yeah, man. Hood niggas, you got
Anejo.
That's the cheapest I ever seen.
Anejo.
That bitch $150.
But it be women fault. Because women got these unrealistic expectations. They got this Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella type story, fantasy, Disney in their head. And they
Say,
think
how
it's
we
gonna be
drop the
perfect.
ball if they don't have any expectations. Women
It's gonna be
always
perfect.
have expectations.
They got expectations.
Always. So you mean okay? With you saying that, whoever said that, if you saying you ain't got no expectations, so that means you going Dutch from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
I had a conversation
you ain't
with a
never
few
tripping
women
on
about
nothing.
that.
Like I need to know.
And surprisingly, they agreed.
With what they agree with?
Technically, if that's his belief, to where she don't want to have sex until she's married, and he don't spend any money until they're married, or they was like, or like engaged, something like that. They would be cool with that. I said, so you'll be cool with going Dutch the whole way until that serious moment.
That's a damn.
They said, yeah. I said, I'm calling cap.
That's cap.
I'm
That's
calling
cap.
cap, but okay.
But it sounds great.
It sounds
It
great.
sounds great. But that's
a
cap.
woman say, "Oh, that's my man," and she's still going Dutch every day. Come on, bro. Stop with the cap. Bro.
That's big cap.
That's big cap. Ain't no woman going Dutch after no. I'm gonna be generous. After the third date, they not doing no Dutch. Y'all dating after the third date. She is not doing no Dutch. She doing Dutch. You better believe she looking at Pee Wee around this corner. Yeah.
That's real. Say man got expectations, body wise, sex wise, attitude wise when it comes to a woman.
It's called standards.
I would, yeah. It's a difference, man.
Standards, bro.
It's a big difference.
Women got standards too. Women got expectations
That's
as
real.
well.
Women got all that type of stuff.
And the wild part is we not expecting nothing that you ain't showed us already. That's another thing. Shout out to Mike Dub. What up, bro?
What's up, Mike Dub? Appreciate you, baby.
In the building.
Requirement.
Money
Women have a high
requirement.
Money
You got a money requirement.
a links requirement. Links requirement. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
A girth.
Girth. Let's talk about it.
Nah,
I'm shaking
hey,
the table.
Hey, that's funny. That's funny.
Yo,
Folks say they got a girth
So,
requirement.
you know what I'm saying?
You can be a great man. You pull that thing out, she start laughing at you. It's over.
It's over.
Jada, don't come in here starting that now. You come in here and say hello first before you start causing trouble.
Can't apply no type
I'm
of
about to get
pressure.
off of this, man. We on YouTube Live right now. Swear to God, we're on YouTube Live. Come talk your shit with us. Come get on there. Like we let people come up, talk their shit.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me put the link, man. I keep forgetting, bro. Like I said, I gotta pardon me, man. We're a little green when it comes to this YouTube shit.
Goddamn me, I got the game with me. I got the game. Come get your shit off today.
Yep.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying?
Everybody's welcome to come up, man.
Or if you're not getting your
This
shit
is
off,
facts.
don't talk shit to me.
Look at this. Somebody just said, open the door for shorty on the first date, and she think you a husband when you really just being genuine.
Facts.
Genuine.
That's
The
true.
bars in
Facts.
hell.
That's true.
Fam. I
Yeah.
cannot agree more.
Yeah.
That's
So,
a
ladies
1,000,000%
and
facts.
gentlemen,
That's how
get off here.
low the standards are.
Please go to our YouTube Live. We on there active, real active. Yeah.
Where we at on
Hey,
lights?
so we are willing to work with women more. We are.
Everybody stop what you're doing
Oh,
right
you
now.
know.
Everybody in the chat, stop what you're doing right now. Go like the video. Say we got to hit 100 before we get into this topic because I got a legitimate point that I want some answers to, and I want some women to come up on stage this time because there'll be a lot of dudes coming up on stage that
We
be
need
agreeing
women
with us.
only.
Well, we ain't do women
I
only.
know,
We
I'm
ain't
just
gonna, you know
saying.
what I'm saying? But we do need way more women than will be coming
Me
on.
too.
See, Instagram, that's the thing. Like the women on YouTube be scary on YouTube, but Instagram, they be popping out. They don't care.
I feel like debate.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he in that
We're
bag.
on live right now.
But yeah, man. So
I'm in pod mode.
say he in battle the sexes mode right now.
I'm ready.
All right, where we at?
Just to tell the truth. That's all you got to do.
88 like, come on, y'all wilding.
Tell the truth. Let the woman talk, and then just watch how she just tells herself how wrong she is.
Watches herself.
She gonna walk herself into the corner.
Walk herself right into the corner. Just be a good listener.
She gonna walk herself into the corner. How much she love being finesse. Yeah. I mean? Don't let the initial conversation fool.
Miss Parker, what up? I see you. Rodney, what up, G?
Now, see, that's the problem. See, when you are dating these type of men, I know women who don't have those type of problems.
Uh-oh. You know, it always spin back to us. It always spin back our way.
For every part lately, girl. What the hell you talking about? It ain't my fault my shit always slapping though.
Hey, shout out to Advisor, man. We appreciate you. So y'all get y'all tax returns. I got you. Nah, that's love, man. We definitely appreciate you. She say, who hurt y'all? Crew captain. See, look, yeah, Q definitely got the cam up. O versus Q. And who got the most unrealistic expectations? I think the fans want to see that, man.
Yeah, what's up, man? What y'all doing?
I'm ready when you are.
Anybody coming up to talk their shit?
Yeah, I got the link in the chat. Let me go make sure that I put it up. Oh, there it is. Hold tight. Let me pin it.
What's it? Didn't Q say she from Houston? What's that? What part of town? That's what I want to know.
Hey, Mike Dub, I gotta say I appreciate you.
Q says she from the Caribbean, but she's located in the H, is what she said. That might be capped though. I think we need to do a bit of investigation. Make sure you from the Caribbean for real. We got to run your background.
Maisha, and those type of expectations are unrealistic. I mean, I don't see what's so hard about that.
Guys don't have any expectations. A lot of men like Lil Durk with a football team of kids don't want a low body count female. Now, see that right there, I can't really defend that. But I do respect the fact that he had the nuts to get on a public platform and say that. But I'm not really big on body count for real. And the reason is because I know y'all be lying. So we'll never get the real answer if we're gonna keep it G.
Dirk got a lot of kids.
Yeah, he got like 8 of them. Yeah, something like that.
But Dirk rich though.
Exactly. So he can afford the kids.
It is different because he can afford to have 20 kids if he wants to.
But you can't afford time.
I mean,
that's true.
Goddamn.
That's true too.
If they all under the same umbrella, you can. But they not.
If they are, they like Boosie. Boosie got all the kids under one roof. That's a little different.
Yeah. That boy G for that.
He is.
All right, man. We had a hundo, man. Let's dive in here.
120 with 95 likes.
No. We had like 105 likes, 106 likes, something like that. Yeah, we already cracked the code. But okay, me and Smooth. Let me see if I can intro this properly. Me and Smooth was having a conversation earlier. It might have been me and O having a conversation earlier about expectations, and we was discussing the fact that like women expect men to move like a husband from the intro. Right? Like, meaning,
hi, how you doing?
From the intro, move with husband type of quality from the intro, right? While women in the same breath will say, oh, I'm not cooking for just anybody, or I'm not doing this for just anybody. I'm not doing that for just anybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like giving me husband, but I'm not a wife yet, so I'm not doing those things. Shout out to Miss Parker. So what she say? Listen, black men raise the standards for black women. Do you think black men will raise their personal standards, especially on social media? Raising standards equals attire, attitude, social media, appetites, thoughts, and such. Thing is, black men can't really raise the standards for women.
Black women, yeah.
Black women gotta raise.
They gotta do that shit.
Yeah,
that is on the women.
Straight up.
That is on women to stop letting your emotions and how a nigga look. Like, guide that shit. Like, what is a nigga doing? Well, let me stop saying nigga. What is a man doing?
Not only that, respecting yourself too.
You know what I'm saying?
The way you putting yourself
like
out
if he
there.
is irresponsible or he's showing you glimpses of him not being a leader and all this stuff, you do not need to have sex with this man, let alone be talking to him. You do not need to be talking to him. He's not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? But that be the men that be having all the women. And also that be the same men with 20 kids. None of the kids know him. The only way they know his name is because the baby mama ain't tripping, so she tell the kid who he is. Outside of that, them type of men don't be around, but women choose them.
And I'm gonna be honest. I think like men do kind of. We don't necessarily raise women's standards, but we pick women that only meet what it is that we require from them. And I think that's a way of like showing y'all where our standards are and forcing y'all to come up to them. You know, I think I had that conversation recently in terms of like women being just confused on what a man actually is interested in versus what a man is lusting over. I feel like those are two different things, and women way too often confuse them. Just like she talking about social media, different things like that. Like just because a man is liking half naked women on Instagram, don't mean that that's the woman that he want to bring to corporate events and to his moms.
It has nothing to do with the woman he's going to marry.
Right.
Come on, man.
Which is why I say if you take a step back and look at a lot of these chicks that be showing all their body on social media, how many of them got steady relationships with men that they could actually claim publicly?
How many of them are married?
Yeah.
Which is most women's goal, to be married,
Mhm.
family, and longevity, security. How many of them can you say, even if you know them, how many can you say they got that?
I can't think of one.
Come on, man.
I can't think of one. But on the opposite end, how many married women you know move like that?
Exactly. How many married women you know showing naked ass?
Totally.
Shout out Miss Parker.
Taking phone pics every day. Only way they doing that is if they on the beach or something.
Mhm.
Outside of that, man, they ain't doing that. They'll rarely do it at a pool.
Well, see, Miss Parker, the thing is that you know it's always gonna be some dudes that's gonna, I guess, gratify women or like kind of make them feel like what they're doing is right, or validate what they do by giving them sex. Because again, women are interpreting wrong. I don't feel like that's something that we can control how they interpret. But I think if you just look at men in general, it's like we got done saying, it's a certain type of a woman that men actually marry. You just look around. You look at LeBron wife. You look at Steph wife. You look at like these women ain't got crazy surgeries and showing their body all over social media and half naked and every other picture. Like that's just not what they doing.
Shit, think about your classmates and people you grew up with. Look at them. Most of the time, they're not doing that.
Side to side.
Yeah.
See what's married and what's not.
Yeah, that's all you got to look
See
at.
the quality that's married and what's not.
And they tell you
More
all
often
you need
than
to
not,
know.
it's gonna be all quality women.
And you say that all the
married to a
time, but
quality man.
you tell women, you try to help them.
Yeah, I had to take my head off. I was wearing like 9 the other night. I had to take them off today.
The thing is, you can't tell women nothing.
I might put them back on though.
You try to help correct them and things like that, and they get attitude. You can't tell me what to wear. You can't. Okay, cool. And you'll see what comes with that.
That's true.
So we'll just fall back and marry the women who don't carry themselves
And then
that
bam,
way.
you see that same woman that was saying that bullshit. You see her 10 years later, 2 kids, no father around, no husband around. She couldn't goddamn have a husband, even if she was like, I'd be your slave. Boy, I'd do anything. Like, come on, man.
She said I got my crew members listening in the phone. What is she talking? That's Jada. Man, we got to get Jada.
So
the
you
camera
can hear me
one
travel
day.
one night, you can hear me.
That sound like Kenny outside. Yeah, no, I see somebody say that is Kenny pulling a Kawhi. No, he's not pulling a Kawhi today. Yeah, man. He's just a little late. He had to get off work first.
You better pull a Kyrie. The other day, he was cooking. I need to see it.
Hell yeah. But all right, hold tight, man. Go ahead, let bro in. All right, let me recalibrate the camera, man. We're gonna be right back.
Oh, Turn it off. Excuse me.
It's still rolling, right? You just got the camera.
Yeah, that's the energy I'm on.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Y'all hear Kenny Kawhi showed up in bandages. He taped up. You hear me?
Trying to carry this thing around by
Oh.
myself. Called an injury. You try taping the third leg up.
Boy.
Can they still hear me?
Yeah,
shit,
I
my
told
bad.
you that. All we did was turn the camera on.
My bad.
All right, the camera about to come back on, fellas and ladies. They about to come back on. Camera about to come back on.
All right, man.
Kenny got to slide in.
Got me out on the curb.
I'll slide this way a little bit. Just a little
I'm about to eat anyway, so I don't really care.
bit. Okay, do your thing. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, in the building, man. They asked me who's gonna pull a Kawhi today.
She say Kenny ain't pregnant. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Say Kenny ain't pregnant.
Yeah.
But yeah, so getting back to what we were saying about expectations, we feel like men have reasonable expectations coming into a relationship. But again, women expect husband behavior right from the intro.
Facts.
To whereas men just gotta, especially like in the courting, like men are at a very big disadvantage in the courting stage. Like it's literally all our effort. Like the effort is like really 80-20, or at least they expect it to be 80-20.
More like 90-10.
Right. I was trying to be generous. But yeah, I mean it's just to whereas it's like on the opposite end, if we demand anything of women or like ask women for anything, then that's a issue. That's an argument.
Oh, did we get this?
Oh, let's go get me something to drink.
The last one.
I know you heard me.
Look at his face.
Did we catch this?
I don't know who this
That
is.
last one?
Oh, I don't know. Hold tight. Let me make sure I got all the
I don't know.
Oh, hold on. That's Mike Dub again. We about to bring Mike up in a minute. We're trying to finish wrapping this little topic up, or at least getting my initial thoughts out. Then we're gonna open up the panel.
No, nothing in there. Y'all just drinking straight.
What you need Chaser for, man?
I gotta go to work tomorrow morning.
Chasers is for the week.
Well, don't drink then.
Yeah, if you want to,
looking for the chaser.
if you're scared of the liquor, just say that.
that.
You say, yeah, women who men marry and lust over, bust down are completely different. That's real. That's real. So if you really paying attention to the type of dudes and the type of women that dudes is taking serious, and what we mean taking serious, that mean actually proposing to, actually marrying. Those type of women move a certain way.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? So just stop confusing. Uh-oh. Jamie in the building. Ali in the building. What up, bro? Patreon. Shout out to Jamie. Jamie, you got the cam up one of these times, man. Come on up here.
Yeah, she said that she got a story to tell about one of her friends.
Well, come on up right now then. What's happening? What's cracking?
A story to tell. I don't know if she's gonna hop on.
Yeah, well, she bullshitting. She ain't got no story. She ain't hopping on right now.
All right, hold tight. We about to bring up Mike Dub right quick.
Yeah, bring up Mike Dub, man.
The man himself. What's going on, bro? Hold on. You muted. You muted.
Shit. Yeah, you good now?
Yeah, you good now.
All right, what's up, man?
Cooling. What's going on with you, bro?
Nothing, man. I'm doing the same thing as you. I'm sipping.
What you sipping on?
I'm sipping on Jack. I like whiskey.
Okay.
You whiskeyed out over there. I feel it. But yeah, so what do you feel like the difference in like expectation is on men compared to women?
I think it has to do a lot the way we were raised, because we were raised completely different. Because a lot of times women were raised to expect something from a man, and men were raised to give something to women.
Facts.
In a sense. And so, and honestly, we sit here and say all the time that we argue against it, but in a sense, we were raised that way.
So Mike, could we say that they moms was tricks?
I'm not gonna say that moms were tricks.
I don't be know. I just be knowing some bullshit coming, but I just never know which angle. Hey, moms is tricks. Oh my god.
So you mean to say?
But one thing I have noticed though, is that a lot of times, like you were saying, Smooth, they be pushing on the sins of their mothers onto their daughters.
Right.
And so, like, oh, you don't need to be doing this, you don't need to be doing that. Like, but you haven't healed nothing from what you've done in your past. And so you're doing everything you can to make sure your children don't go through it. But in the end, sometimes they come out worse or just like you.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I would say more times than not, you end up pushing them right into the same cycle that you went through.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying they mamas is tricks, because they looking for something from a man instead of saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, you need to be looking for your husband. This right here, I did it this way. This was all wrong for me. Everything that I did is wrong. You see no man here. So just take it from me. Instead of saying
Nigga said, everything you seen me do, go the other way.
Hey, and women kept it a buck. Hey, because when you talking to an old head,
A lot of women don't do that.
hey,
though.
but when you talking to an old head and he made a lot of mistakes in his life, they
He will
tell
tell
you
you
to go
that.
the opposite way.
That
It's just real. But
That
women
is
won't
true.
tell you that. Women won't say that
Nah.
to their daughter, bro. Everything I did, I could not hold a man. Do not do what I did.
You gonna keep saying you don't need one. Don't worry about no man.
Go out here, get your own, get your bag. Worry about yourself. You don't need no man.
Or they,
you see,
or
I
they
couldn't hold it,
broke.
man. My shit
It's
failed.
gonna be something.
So you go to
It's gonna be something negative always.
but
People be thinking I be tripping, fool, until they start thinking about what I'm saying. They like, damn, that nigga makes sense like a motherfucker. Like, yeah, your mom been single her whole life. What relationship advice can she give you? She can't tell you nothing about no marriage and what a good man look like. You never knew. You never knew. Like, come on, man.
But that's real shit. That's real though. But that goes back to women not taking accountability, because the mama's not gonna say that because she genuinely feel like she didn't do nothing wrong to for the men to leave.
Exactly.
All the time.
And that's the problem.
All the time.
So you passing down a lack of accountability. So when your daughter go out into this dating world, she got unrealistic expectations because of all the bullshit you've been feeding her instead of keeping it G.
Well, she hold a man just like a bum hold a job, yeah.
But I think the whole unrealistic expectations goes deeper than that, because I believe that social media has a big big to do with it.
Fuck people up.
Because for now in this day and age, that you getting DMs from all the way. If you live in California, you getting DMs across the globe. Back then, you only get to talk to people who are local. And so now it kind of fucks up your mindset, and now it makes you think like, oh, I have this whole plethora of people. And then I read a research center saying that in this social media day and age, narcissism is on a rise.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Mike, and I agree with you. Mike, man. Well, I'm gonna call you Big Mike. Big Mike, I agree with you. But one thing I gotta say, bro, I can't call it on social media because our moms didn't have social media.
I'm not saying it's completely social media's fault. I'm saying it plays a part into it.
It does, but the mindset also does play a part into it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a mind, like you can take two people from the bottom, bro. If they both have different mindsets, you're gonna see a different type of production from both of them, right? If one of them want to succeed and get out the hood, they're gonna work their ass off to do that, no matter what it takes. And if one is content with how they living, they're gonna be content their whole life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter what they looking at on the exterior and looking at, you know what I'm saying, from the outside world, social media or not, it's the mindset of it all.
It is,
right?
But it's still social media though.
But I think also social media panders to that mindset.
Social media just made it to where you got to compete more.
And it's
a broader, it's a broader scale on competing.
It makes people, it's unrealistic.
But we talking about the local woman
right now.
That they ain't have social media. Why she ain't got no man? Why she couldn't keep no man? That's what I'm saying.
She has no.
Why could our
aspirations.
moms couldn't keep no man? That's just real. You know what I'm saying? Our generation of mothers, that woman up there, she has no. I don't want to hear nothing from you. Nothing.
But see, that's
about you. When I get in a relationship, you just say, "Hey, boy, you doing good."
But see, that's the problem. Man.
Hey, shout out to Elijah, man. Appreciate you, man. Hey, everybody, stop what you're doing right now. Go like the video right now. It's 180 people. We should be in about 220.
But don't you think that's the problem though? Is that we already know women could get men. They could get men all day. Exactly. It's that can they keep them?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. If any of y'all on our live right now and y'all mother's been single their whole life, do not tell your mother about no relationship shit. Don't ask her about no goddamn what should I do. Obviously, she ain't had the answers her whole life. You get what I'm saying?
But to tell the topic though about the expectations, I told my wife, well, I'm kind of a different sort because I was already friends with my wife before we actually started dating. And so she already knew my expectations before we even started dating. And so I guess that's kind of a different situation versus you just meeting somebody and saying, hey, what's going on a date? But I also feel like sometimes a lot of times people ain't upfront with their expectations.
That's real. That's the main thing right there.
Yeah, that's real.
Because I've seen this one time where I was dating this chick and she said she liked to be texted. She never told me that up front. She didn't tell me that until she got mad about it because I didn't text her. And now there's an argument about something I knew nothing about.
Women so petty, ain't they?
The first time will tell me.
For me.
That's real.
That should have been over with, huh? But see, here's a question. Why do you think, I'm thinking about it. I think women are kind of scared to get a real expectation because they know ain't no man gonna really go for that. A lot of women want to kind of trick you into like falling for them and then kind of unroll the expectations out as we go. But they'll give you some bullshit in the beginning. Just like we said all the time, when you first talking to a chick, she be acting like she the most interested in ESPN like a motherfucker. But in reality, once you done start talking to her for a while, she don't give a damn about no sports. She gonna be trying to turn that channel, all kind of shit, or go in the other room and watch TV. When y'all first got together, she's sitting there watching the games with you, acting like she know what the hell she looking at.
Asking crazy ass questions.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it be like false advertising. They don't really want to give they real expectations because they know most dudes gonna be like, oh, that's what you expect. Oh, nah, hell nah. It's over with.
Is that really a false expectation or is that a bait and switch?
Same thing. Because eventually she gonna roll them expectations out slowly but surely.
And that's one of the biggest problems. That goes for men and women. They sit here and act like, oh, they try to make this persona of what this person may like, and then you get into a long-term relationship, and then your true self comes out, and come to find out, I don't like that true you. Right. Actually, that true you gets on my fucking nerves. I wish you would leave.
Or you can say, man, just keep faking it with me, bro.
Bitch, don't give me the real you.
Man,
don't give me the real you.
Just keep faking it.
I want no parts of the real you. Look to you. Look to you. See, I can't stand football. See, just keep it real from the door. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be cool, but don't try to fraud.
But that's the thing. We're not expecting you not to like football. We know you don't.
Right.
Just let us have our time to watch it. That's all we asking.
Shit, don't force me to watch your shit. That's how I feel.
But some of they shit be good on the low, and we would have never knew. We would have never knew if she didn't force me to watch that.
Still watching her shows on.
Still, I ain't gonna lie. There's been times when my wife made me watch some stuff. And I'm like, oh,
that nigga Johnny got killed, but Sam killed him. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's some true shit. You'd be like, oh man, I ain't trying to watch that. Season 3, you're like, yo, what's about to happen next?
That's real rap.
Women do us like that. Hey, forget them for doing that. Like doing that to us. Show me your shows off the rip from these days. Show me your shows off the rip.
That's real though. But yeah. So I mean, again, man, we got to be honest from the door in terms of expectations, and that's why I feel like men's expectations from women are unrealistic because we don't expect nothing from you but what you show us. That's it. That's all. Just like so we were talking about earlier, like weight, woman being in shape. Yeah, because you was in shape when I met you. So I'm expecting you to maintain. That's all.
But also, But I also feel like Trill is a lot of people are afraid to be upfront. It's because that if they show who they truly are up front, they won't get what they want.
For sure. Because again, if we hear like if men hear what women's real expectations are, a lot of times she'll get put in that just smashing category. If she just keep it all the way G, like from top to bottom, she getting put in that just smashing category, bro. It just is what it is, and they know that, and that's why they don't give us those. They don't give us those real. You know what I'm saying? Like when a dude come in, we being real with you. You know from the door we want sex. Don't matter how we finessing, no matter how we finagling. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like women be like,
they trick themselves.
oh, okay.
He don't want sex. He just took me out to have a good time.
What?
He took me out 6 times.
Yeah, just 6 times.
Paid
Brunch,
6
dinner.
times out the kindness of his heart.
He bought me a couple gifts. He got mad when nigga ghost you. You didn't see all these hints? You didn't see these hints?
That's real.
He said it's been $1,000 in 2 weeks.
Nigga ain't got to sniff the ass. You up here playing. You up here talking about seeing them in public. Friends. Not friends.
Oh, you like
Nigga, $1,000 in the hole. What you talking about?
Friend. I get some skin.
$1,000 in the hole. You talking about friends. Nah, ain't no friend. I'm out. I'm out. Straight up. But Mike Dub, we appreciate you calling in as always, gang. You know you always welcome here.
Yeah. And I'll see y'all in Houston. I'll be there.
April 23rd, man. For everybody that don't know, y'all come out, show love. We're gonna be on stage talking our shit as always. You know what time it is.
So
All right,
bro.
All right, fam.
Yeah, that's real rap. We got Laura coming up next. There she is. What up? How you doing? Caught off guard. She wasn't ready. Now hold on. You on mute.
Hi.
What up? How you doing?
Came on the live about now.
I'm good. I was not ready at all. But I heard you guys' discussion regarding like expectations and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you know, recently there's a video on TikTok about how women will get this realization after they get the ring. I forgot what it's called, but like I feel like that could play a part into it. Why they might, you know, it's like you keep moving the goalposts. So if my goal is to get the ring, then it kind of diminishes, you know, like my effort and stuff like that.
I see what you said. So essentially, after I accomplish what my goal is, and I'm rolling out a new one, I may not have knew that what my new goal was going to be because I was so focused on getting that initial thing. But in the process, I start dropping the ball on what got me the initial thing. Is that what you're admitting to?
Right. Yeah. Okay. And I feel like a lot of women are in that situation where, you know, so in society, they're like, you know, get a family, be married, all this stuff. And once you get that, it's like, what's next? You know, especially if you've made that your whole life, your whole goal is to be a mother, to be a wife. It's like, if you don't find yourself without that or outside of that, then you get in that realization of, okay, well, I accomplished it. You know?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question. What is your goals?
My
but the single dudes on here, this your shot, boy. Listen up, right? Take your pill, right?
My goals as of right now is to graduate college, go to PA school, graduate PA school, and in the midst of that, if I do find a partner, my goal in my love life is to get married, get a house, baby, you know, try to do it in that process.
Pick your fence,
do it like me, okay.
Yes, that's
the way I did it. We're gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah,
that's the way the team did it.
And it's just that security, you know. I think in life in general, I just want security, whatever that looks like. I don't want to be looking behind my back or like have anxiety in life, you know. I just want security.
Okay, so can you say for certain that once a man gives you all of these things, that you're not gonna get bored with it and not aspire for something new? Just
Mm.
like you just said, fall victim to what you think most women do.
Mm.
Because the irony of that is, right, is that you made me the dude right now.
Ooh.
Y'all together 3 years. Y'all link up, whatever. He a solid dude. Y'all get married. Y'all had a kid. He got the crib, got the car, and you may have all that at
Mm.
26. Then what? Can you say for certain that if he maintains status quo that you're gonna be fulfilled?
And that's a
Mm.
very good question. And I think to answer that question, I would have to know myself.
Mm,
I can't look at that point. I can't look for him to fulfill me. I would need to find out outside of myself.
mm.
I just, yeah.
Scary, ain't it?
But
Mm.
it is scary because I have to maintain how I got it. And then I can see the drop off.
Mm,
Basically, I can see the drop off, and it would be an issue in our marriage,
mm-hmm.
obviously, because things have changed. But
And I'm gonna tell you too,
I,
like marriage for real, like deep relationships, longevity, all that. That's consistency and boredom.
This is what it
Like
is.
it gets boring, it gets, what I'm saying, repetitive and all this type of stuff. So you just gotta find other things to fall in love with and do other things, and you get what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Because if you don't, like, I be seeing these relationships where like the dude be all about the woman or the woman be all about the dude, but the other side ain't that way. So they be growing like apart in a way, even though somebody's pushing to be there. The other side, like, I ain't really.
Mhm.
So people
mm-hmm.
just gotta understand, like all this, like people be wanting to be married, for the rest of their life. You gotta understand what that come with. Just y'all two, or
Yeah.
with however many kids y'all gonna have, them kids gonna get old and get out the crib. It's just y'all.
But the most important portion of that statement is that you have to accept change. You have to
Mm.
understand that they are going to change and they're not going to be the same person they were 3 years ago, especially if you want to go the long way. So I think it's also important to find a partner who can adapt to certain situations. And that's why it takes time to get to know someone, because what if they do something, violent when they're angry, or.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But a
Which
man gonna show like violence and all that type of stuff. A man gonna show you that early. Like once y'all really
Mhm.
start talking type of stuff, he gonna show you that early. Like if he's responding in an angry way towards you in any type of way, you need to not talk to him. Because just that minute shit, like when something really start happening, he might go off the scale and put his hands on you. You know what I'm saying?
And
Or go off
imagine
the
if we have
scale
a
and start treating
family.
you like shit. You don't want that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just a standard you gotta always stand on. Whatever your non-negotiables are, those are the things that never change from your age right now to the time you on your deathbed. That is the things you never change. Everything else is cool. You gonna grow and learn new things and all these type of stuff, but your non-negotiables should never
Mhm.
change. And that same thing for your partner. You know what I'm
But I feel
saying?
like it's hard to say my non-negotiables can't, not can't, but shouldn't change from now to then, because
I
okay,
mean, you
right
will have a
now,
base on what it would, like, stuff are changing. You know what I'm saying? Like like minute things will change, but the base of it all will not change. I'm telling you that right now.
mhm.
Whatever you stand on, like your morals, like what you will never do, and all these type of things, that'll never change. Now you will pick up stuff and drop off stuff as you go in life, but the actual thing of your foundation that will make you will keep you going. That will never change.
True.
which is why we tell people all the time, like especially at a young age, you need to spend a lot of time figuring out what those non-negotiables are. I think that's where a lot of women run into issues at when they don't have it figured out, and then I get to running into niggas that I actually like or whatever, and I start bending on things that I thought was non-negotiable, but I'm actually willing to bend on them. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So I think when you're young, you got to like really come up with that list and think like not for the day, think for long term, think for like where you're gonna be at in 2 3 years, or 5 years, if we're gonna be honest,
Mhm.
and make them based off of that, and not just right now. Because just like you said, people change every day, you included.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I was you, and I was that young, I spent a lot of time coming up with my list. So that way, once you run into dudes, it'll be easy to weed people out that don't meet it, rather than you wasting time with a motherfucker because there's certain characteristics about it you like, some of them that you don't have that I want. But let's just see where it goes. That's how you end up 5 years deep in some shit you ain't supposed to be with 2 kids that you ain't supposed to have.
Hey, and I see that's a problem with a lot of like young people trying to do it. Like they will fold, men and women, they will fold on their non-negotiables and regret that shit. Like of being something for 5-10 years and regret that shit when it's over with.
Because they be trying not to quit. Like they be committing early. A lot of times when I see those instances, they commit early, heads over heels, like the first month, 2, 3.
That's crazy.
And then they feel like they just can't stop the roller coaster. They here.
Man.
So instead of assessing it and
I'm out.
Back, yeah,
I'm out.
Instead of assessing it, they just stay in there because they feel that's what you have to do is work through it.
That's true.
To try to get through things.
But if it's a non-negotiable, I ain't working through nothing.
Right.
It ain't even on the table for discussion. You know what it is. That's what I'm standing on.
Nothing about them makes it different.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Right. That's where you done hit the level that you're supposed to get to.
Even it's with your knowledge that you have right now, it took time to get that. So as a young person, when you're in this, newfound freedom and you're meeting new people, it's easy to fall in the trap of relationship, a real quick relationship, fast, ending quick, like that roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. Especially if you came from a broken home where you thought that was love, and you're like, okay, well, this is what I've known. It's hard to deviate from that at a young age. In time, you can get that.
But you know why? Just real quick, why it is, and you're right. When we was younger, you're right. That's how we was moving. But it was because we didn't even think about a non-negotiable list back then. And that's what we trying to get, the young people that follow us and listen to us to understand. Like, don't make the same mistakes we did. Like, you got a chance to start thinking about it early and save yourself 5 years and 2 kids with a motherfucker that you ain't supposed to be with. Because if you that young and you really start thinking about it, then you can adapt, you can adjust to on the track that you're supposed to be, more so than the track everybody else is on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we saying it. But in terms of, us making the same mistakes, hell yeah. I just, got lucky by the grace of God. I didn't, have no kids with no women that I wasn't supposed to have and shit. It kind of just fell how I was supposed to fall by the grace of God. But going back, I would do things totally different. For sure. In terms of being more focused on what I want and spending more time actually figuring out what I want. Because one thing is for certain, like when you're young, you spend more time living for other people's expectations than your own. Because you haven't, you know what I'm saying? Because you haven't figured out what it is that I actually want. I just know, what my mom want me to do. I know what my dad want me to do, or my OGs in the neighborhood want me to do. You know what I'm saying? But not necessarily what I want. So that's why, young people got to spend a lot more time thinking about that and not being afraid to go against the grain, even if that goes against what your mom may want for you or your dad may want for you. At the end of the day, you the one got to look in the mirror every day and be in that relationship every day. So yeah, man, you just got to move, just move a little more diligent, man, than we did. Save yourself some time. But hey, real quick, man, let me shout out Ali. Shout out to Super Chats and things of that nature. Ali, we appreciate you. Patreon official.
That's real. Patreon official right there.
Say no, it don't take all that. Couple street tacos in the bottom.
That's how I responded. He right. It just depends on the dude. He definitely depends on the dude because street tacos, nigga, hit. Street tacos from the food truck. Damn. Women look. But it's the small things about women.
The Mexican dude out there with the towel on his shoulder, that's where you need to be.
It's so many small cheat codes, dog, out here. I can't. If I gave y'all the game, it just would be fair.
Okay, sign up to the Patreon. We're gonna start a new situation with giving up the game. Hey, shout out to Money. We appreciate you, bro.
You goddamn right.
He say, fellas, answer me this. Why does when men complain about women, they don't take accountability or even acknowledge it? They just tell you what you doing wrong. Men complain about women.
Defensive mechanism, baby.
Yeah.
It's a defensive mechanism.
You know what's wild? It's like women genuinely don't feel like
They ever doing
they
nothing?
doing wrong.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like it's not a situation where it's like, okay, I'm intentionally being difficult, or I'm intentionally like women feel like everything they do is validated. It don't matter how crazy it is or whatever. Like they may even apologize for doing it. But in the back of their head, they feel like, well, I mean, if you wouldn't have did,
Yep.
I wouldn't have had to.
I'm only apologizing to
It's
shut you up.
always a reason.
You know how they do?
It's
Like,
always
come
a
on, man.
reason behind what they did.
Straight up.
Not that they just messed up.
That's real. So that's why. So that's why it's so easy for them to just spin it in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Whenever
Petty,
we
man. Laura,
accuse
you
them of
petty
doing
like that
something.
too, huh?
No.
Look, see? Damn.
I ain't
Wow.
never doing nothing wrong. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Damn. That's what we be
No
talking about.
comment.
Yeah,
She gonna
It
plead the
starts
fifth.
there.
hey, Laura, look, I'm gonna
It
tell you right now.
starts
If
there.
a man has the balls to tell you what you're doing wrong, because that's a lot for a man. Like for the average man to give you that, bro, like he really is comfortable with you and trying with you. You get what I'm saying? Because most men won't tell you. They'll go do something that they've been wanting to do and then regret what they did, but they'll never tell you. If he is coming to you,
Yeah.
hey, bro, look, hey, I don't like this. First off, he's opening up to you about something he doesn't like. So he's actually giving you a piece of his mind. And for women to shun that off by responding in a condescending way, saying, well, you do this, that is disgusting.
Okay, I can see that, right? But say
That gotta be a butt.
we did open the door, completely open, total honesty, you can tell them anything. You know, I really do believe that people relish in the sneakiness and the lies. I don't think the honesty would change anything, you know?
But do you know why it would change something? Because at least you know.
Mm-mm.
At least you know the truth. If y'all
Okay.
in, you know the truth.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you could end on all lies. Trust me, I know a lot of them end on all lies. You know what I'm saying? You could end like that, and then it'd be beef over nothing that even happened. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's ironic about what he's saying is that we done said something similar. Because a lot of times, like even toxic men, they'll tell women the truth, and then the woman will lie to her damn self. So you don't even necessarily have to lie to certain people. If you tell them the truth, and if they like you enough, they'll create a scenario in their head that has you being somewhat validated in what you're doing or being somewhat right.
He said,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he did get off a little, like, you know, his mom, he picked up his mom's last week around this time. So maybe he's doing that again. So it's like, you know,
sometimes
again.
that fool just dies.
That's real
It
though.
just regularly happens, huh? Okay.
He worked long hours. You know, but he ain't got no charge up there.
Consistent with the phone die.
Every Monday at 11 p.m.
Oh my God.
He back alive at 12:30. Oh man, I just got to a job. I'm on the way to the
That's real though. But that's how it is. But Laura, we appreciate you calling in, man. We definitely appreciate being brave enough.
You're welcome. Oh my, I was not ready, but I appreciate you guys having me on, and
Sure.
I hope you guys have a great day.
You tell all your girls, tell your friends. Women needs to hear this.
Okay.
And also, please advise your friends to be a bit more accountable, because you are pretty accountable. You even told us a little bit of toxic things, or gave a little toxicity that you do. But
hey, I'm a part of the Sleeves University.
See,
I'm a part
she's
of
part of Sleeves University.
University.
She's part of Sleeves U, man.
If you need some more lessons or you need to finesse a certain guy, holla at your boy. I got all the game.
Straight up. But yeah, it's love, man. We definitely appreciate you calling in. We're gonna catch up with you later.
Okay, bye.
All right, take it easy. Yeah. So, hold on. Who we got? Jamal. There he is. What up, bro?
Europe? What's happening?
My boy.
Hey man, I just had to call in, man, see what y'all was on, man. You know, y'all got that bar crawl next week. I'm gonna be all through there. We're gonna be on it. So
Yeah,
this
when is that? When is the bar crawl?
next Thursday. That's when it starts.
Got you.
Next Thursday through Sunday.
Next Thursday?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be in town. That's my anniversary. My anniversary is Wednesday.
Oh,
10
salute to
years.
y'all.
10
Salute to
years,
y'all.
Hold on,
man.
wait, hold on. Slow down. Let's get the applause for that.
Just sitting on that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You know.
Nah, but to speak to the topic, like what y'all said earlier about the mothers, like when we gonna talk about these older women sabotaging the women of today?
That's what I spoke on.
Let's go. Let's talk about
in the comments, they said I was crazy.
We're gonna get to that because let's be real, they competing for the same age of men, and they know they telling these younger women the wrong thing, so they can get them up out of there, so they can try to get those same 30 plus 40-year-old men.
I like that angle
on purpose. We know what it is. We know what it is. They know the game. They know where they messed up, but they envious of the younger women, the money they got, the things they getting. They got social media. They can finesse men easier that they couldn't. It's hate, and a lot of them telling these women wrong. Books before boys. That whole thing that didn't come from millennials.
Right.
That didn't come from them. We know where that came from. So we just got to talk about that sabotage because they don't want to cop to it. Other women, they gonna hold each other down, but we know these older women sabotage these younger women because they trying to get at us. They trying to get their little young man to do what they got to do. So that was the first part. But to expectations, like when are we going to talk about the expectations that men put on themselves in a relationship? Because I feel like that's where a big divide is. When men come into it, we already know what we have to do. Like we know we can't slack off. I can't slack off on these bills. I can't slack off on giving her emotionally. If I got kids, I can't slack off on protecting the kids. It's like you're in a constant state of pressure that a man will put on himself. Like I'm single with no kids. I'm not comfortable. And I know if I ask y'all, like, especially like Trill and Smooth, like you guys with, wife, kids, like it's rare that you're ever comfortable, even though you're doing well for yourself. You got the career, you got multiple things moving, you got the house, you got the car. Like, how often are you really comfortable where you could just say,
never?
Like it's not there because this that expectation you put on yourself as a man. Like, hey, I gotta lead this. I can't get complacent in my role as a man. Like, speak on that.
And real quick, we gotta lead this, and oftentimes without having an example of how it's supposed to be led. And not only that, but coming from broken circumstances ourselves, so we coming in with a certain level of skepticism. So that right there just automatically keeps you on edge because for one, I don't want to go back to being broke. One, and for two, I can't look around me and say a successful relationship that I've seen or that I have to emulate, but I'm being kind of given this responsibility of leading this relationship in the 50-60 years of marriage and being successful. That's a lot of pressure. So even if the money right, a lot of times I gotta take a step back. Wait a minute, am I connecting with my wife on an emotional level like I should be? Am I like hearing her out and making sure that we on the same page mentally? Yeah, I'm hustling, I'm grinding, I'm getting to the bread because that's what we wired to do. But am I dropping the ball in other areas? So I think that's where the like uneasiness come in there. You're right.
For me, like we just noticed, man, me and my wife, like for me personally, I'm in constant daddy mode, husband mode, you know what I'm saying, providing mode, you know what I'm saying, steering the ship mode. Like I rarely get time, like for me, unless I'm doing this right here with the boys. You know what I'm saying? This little brief moment, this is the time I get for me, right? Other than that, I'm in constant something mode. Whatever it is, I'm always under that type of pressure. You get what I'm saying? And for me, at first, like not knowing what stress is and how it bothers me and all that type of stuff, my wife would see me like tripping in different ways. Like not on her or nothing, just me like with certain facial expressions or you get what I'm saying? Like just me just like feeling a little agitated, like my responses are different, my body language is a little different. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't because like the actual pressures of it all, it's nonstop for me. You get what I'm saying? It's like always on my back. And a lot of women don't understand that. You get what I'm saying? The pressures of actually being in a relationship for a man and carrying a whole load of, no matter if she can be the breadwinner. if the relationship ends, it's never on you. It's on me. You know what I'm saying? If something happens to our child, it's never on you. They're gonna be like, why you wasn't there as far as the man and all this type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? So all that type of stuff, man, just thinking about that, like it's a lot of pressure, but most men, like we juggle it the best we can, and if we don't have an understanding woman or a woman that have our back, like that's just like that's when the relationship goes sour and we lose it all. You get what I'm saying? So more men are willing to walk away from that situation and lose whatever they built in order to get away from the woman.
And that's why I brought it up, because I feel like a lot of women don't really understand that aspect that we have as men, and why we're so like adamant about you being the person that you showed me you were in the beginning,
right?
Or why we stand so hard, or we stand our ground on our expectations, because we're upholding our own expectations for ourselves. So it's like, if I'm holding myself accountable to do all these things to lead and protect the family, like the least you could do is uphold your end that you said you were. So that's why, like, as men, we take it so personally when you start one way and then you start falling off, and you start falling off, and you start falling. Because if I start falling off, you gone. If I start falling off, like, another dude gonna sneak in and get you. Like, it's that constant state of having to work through that. So it's like, and we feel like our expectations for reasonable men aren't really crazy. Like, it's not something exceptional that we're asking for. We're not asking you to be superwoman. It's just be the person you said you were.
That's
like,
it.
Like, even if we break it down to cooking, like, that's a basic human life skill. Like, you should know how to do that off the bat.
Right.
But if you go out in the streets today, like, there's women that they'll let you eat their pussy before you can even have their cooking first. So it's like, it's
ass backwards.
What we doing?
Shit,
So that's why I'm just saying, it's, look, whatever. I'm just saying, like, that's really where it comes from. Like, we aren't just trying to be unfair to women or hate or bash women or anything like that. You just gotta understand, we're holding ourselves to a certain standard as men to protect and care for the women and families we create. That's why we just ask for the same thing in our standards. That's it. And so I just want to know, do women do the same thing? Do they hold certain expectations for themselves? Do they deal with that on the same level? Because it just seems like a lot of women just know, oh, I got the ring, I can fall back. And you ain't never heard no man say that. We got married, I could fall back on the bill. Like, you just
I know she said she wanted the house, but I'm cool in this apartment.
like, you can't no man say, oh, I got this big house. Now I ain't got to make love to her. Now I ain't got to be emotional to her. Now I ain't got to remember her birthday no more. Like, that sounds crazy. Like, we aren't afforded that ability to relax like that. So I just wanted to bring that up.
You know what else that we not afforded to do? We're not afforded to blame somebody else for our behaviors. That's another thing that they get away with, right? So when you ask, like, do women take the same accountability, which I already know, you asking it facetiously because you already know the answer. But do they get to take the same responsibilities? Hell no, they don't, because everything that a woman is doing wrong, they can tie it to, okay, well, if my man was doing this, or if my man was more masculine, or if my man was, moving a certain way, then I can adapt. I can be more feminine. I can do this. I can do that. So everything that they're not doing, they can tie to something that we not doing. Men don't get that luxury. Men can't say, just like you just said, you know what? My wife didn't cook this month. My wife cooked 2 times this month, so I'm not gonna pay the rent this month because she didn't cook too. She didn't hold up her end. But if she would have cooked, I would have paid the rent. You know what I'm saying? Or if she would have cooked, I would have did this, or I would have took the trash out. Or I would have made sure that the cars was clean and they had gas in them. But you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do. Men don't get that luxury to fall back and blame, our lack of effort on somebody else. So it's impossible for them to take true accountability if we're going to keep it G. But real quick, man, hold tight. Everybody stop what you're doing right now. Like the vid. It's 210 people in here. It should be at least 250 likes. Y'all already know how we give it up. Ali, shout out to the gang. Pressure makes diamonds, but all things can crack. That's real. That is real. I'm not sure it's a better analogy that I done heard in terms of black men and relationships. That's real rap. And then another thing that I wanted to include in what y'all was saying, as far as like not realizing what most men gotta deal with, right? A lot of times, men, especially if you come from a broken home, you was more than likely, especially if you leave that situation to become successful, you the one everybody depend on from that broken home. So not only am I taking care of my new family, my new wife, kids, whatever, but I may have to kick moms a little bit of money back. I may have to take care of my sisters. I may have to take care of my nephew or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we juggling multiple families or multiple situations because we the ones that made it.
Facts.
To whereas a woman can just focus on her husband. She's not necessarily required to, kick back and make sure that the family is, that the household that she come from is straight. Men are a lot of times, especially men that only got they mama or was only raised by their mama with no father in the house, different things like that, multiple siblings. You are the father of that house, like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's just some of the things that men be dealing with, and I feel like it don't really get taken into account as much as it should. Mr. Logic, what up, bro? I see you.
What's good, man?
But yeah, man.
Y'all speaking facts though, man. I just had to come up and holler at y'all for a minute, but I'll hit you up on the back end, man. I'll be up in there next week. I'll be all over the city, so I'll holler at y'all.
For sure.
That's big, Smooth, because a lot of people, our generation, they don't even make it that far.
10 years married. Let me get that one more round of applause. 10 years married.
You know what's crazy? This shit feel like yesterday. I was just talking to one of these guys that DM me about the show and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was congratulating me on it, but I was telling them it just feel like yesterday. I can still remember like the day I asked and meeting her, and you get what I'm saying? Like that shit really feel like yesterday type of shit. So for me, it ain't been boring. You get what I'm saying? It's been a roller coaster because I've been and seen a lot of things on my wife. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Shout out to bro, man.
You got back. What he told y'all?
Shit, I can't.
I did it so G, man.
That boy did it real slick though. I'll tell you that.
Slick, real G.
I'm about to tell that story on the Patreon, man. Y'all sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/Krew Season.
Hey, if you know me, I don't believe in, you know what I'm saying, like permission to ask somebody to be married and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna teach my son. Like, you shouldn't be asking her family permission. That ain't got her love life and who she gonna be married and have kids with for real. Ain't got nothing to do with them. That's her decisions. You get what I'm saying? But if you stepping up to the plate to marry this person, man or woman, obviously y'all love each other enough to go to take that step. So who am I to, you know what I'm saying, to judge this person and say, hell nah. You get what I'm saying? So I'm on some like, bro, I don't care what y'all think. I ain't got to deal with y'all. And once we married, you know what I'm saying, if she really for me or not for her, shit, I cut off anybody for my wife. You get what I'm saying? Vice versa. My wife will cut off anybody. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you is. You know, so y'all either gonna fall in line or y'all gonna get out the way. Either way, I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna lose no sleep, baby. We gonna eat the steak and shrimp still. Real right. So, hey, and I might have not liked you anyway, so I might buy a bottle just to toast you out the way. Yeah.
It's crazy as hell. Dog. But all right, Jay, bro, we gonna catch up with you, big dog.
All right, we go about.
All right. That boy said I might buy a bottle just to extra out the way. Yeah. We got time for one more, man. We got to get to this part.
KT back home.
AT, what up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, my man?
Cooling, man. Cooling, bro. Just trying to tap in with y'all and see what y'all think about this topic, big dog.
Oh yeah, I was listening to what y'all was saying, and I think the bigger thing is that we just got to be more balanced as men in our way of thinking and how we approach. I can use myself for an example that whenever I did get in a relationship and get married, I wasn't in tune to know how to control my emotions. I didn't approach things the way that I should have. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Everything the response would be based off of what she did, not what's best for the whole situation. We can't go based off of our emotions because I might feel this way now, and then 5 minutes from now I can feel something different. So we have to learn how to balance those things because that's what life is about, is learning how to balance.
Yeah, like just men in general, we ain't got no room for emotions in terms of like making decisions for the fam. Like all that shit got to be cerebral. Like which is why I tell dudes all the time. Like if you're not calm enough to make the decision without emotion, you're not ready to make the decision. You might need to sleep on that, or let a couple days pass before you react, instead of just reacting just off the fly when immediate things happen. But yeah, no, as the leader of the family, we ain't got no room for that. Women get that luxury. Women get to say, oh, I was having a bad day, so I just talk crazy to you. I talk loud. I acted a fool. I was having a bad day. In most situations, now a lot of dudes are not dealing with that at all. But in most situations, women get that pass. But dudes, you don't get that pass. If you miss a mortgage, y'all on the street. And she don't want to hear, oh, babe, I was just having a rough month, man. I just had to tap in, just get low for a bit. I'm gonna try to pay it next, but you don't really get that.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Nah. So hell nah. But you're right. I think men gotta approach it in a more balanced sense. But I think men gotta be more demanding. Is what I feel like it is. A lot of dudes like let women slide with a lot. Just because we like, or just because we feel like we men and we can put up with whatever, we can deal with whatever. Instead of just checking shit. Nah, you doing some shit that I don't really rock with. You need to fix that or your ass will be removed. Like be that straightforward. Not, oh, okay, I'm gonna let it slide here, I'm gonna let it slide there. Because every time you let something slide, you setting a new normal. Every single time.
Yeah. There's no
So,
consequence behind it.
Yeah, man, you can't let something slide 10 times in a row and then try to get mad at her the 11 times she do it. Nah, again, you already set new precedent. So, again, man got to be more demanding. Like, stick to what it is that I like and I don't like. If you violating, I'm going to warn you. You do it again, your ass is gone. Like, man got to be that.
You got to have something to impart into someone, though. Like, you got to have something to actually, in a relationship and in a marriage, you have to have something to impart into your woman. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you have nothing to impart into them, then what are you doing? If you got nothing if you don't have anything you can teach her, to show her, or just to be a guide on, then what are you doing in the relationship in the first place? What did you do with your life? I have conversations with my wife about some of everything. We talk about some of everything. And the biggest thing is that I think she said the most attractive thing to me, to her about me, was my ability to teach her something. Like, initially, she was attracted to me as a person. I mean, as far as how I look, but as time went on, just my ability to teach her something was what kept her sustained to this relationship.
Right. Yeah, no, that's real. That's real right there, man.
Hell yeah.
And let me answer one thing on this thing. This person said, let me see where is it. You don't believe you're marrying into the family and their opinions. I'm not marrying into their opinions, baby.
Hell no.
I'm not.
Hell no.
You get what I'm saying? Because you got to realize most families that you ever gonna meet, it may have one or two of them in there married for real. You get what I'm saying? Everybody else, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Nothing.
Hey, Mr. Elijah, his name's Smooth. We'll go ahead, bro. Finish.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing from outside sources, none of that. That's where a lot of relationships go, they get messed over because they listening to outside things, you know what I'm saying? And they thinking, oh shit, I need to be doing this, what they saying. You get what I'm saying? Then when they break up with you or whatever they do, they leave. Then they see everything that they were saying was some bullshit. They're not even taking their own advice. So outside opinion and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, my family matters, man. Hey, no, once somebody, I feel like once somebody goddamn go to marry somebody, bro, it should be, are you with me? It's me and you. You know what I'm saying? Because who gonna be at your side more, like if you going through something, if you get into a horrible accident, who gonna be there? Your family or me? You get what I'm saying? Like when our kids if our kids doing bad or good, you know what I'm saying? Who gonna be there more? Your family or me?
You ain't lying, Kenny.
You get what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it. Like it's us against everything. Not like if they with it, then we cool. You get what I'm saying? But if they not with it, you get what I'm saying? If it's coming from my side, I'm checking that. And if it's coming from her side, my wife is checking it. You get what I'm saying? So you'll see, like, if you ever get married, you'll see in your beginning parts of your marriage, bro, you're going to have outside opinion. And you will see. You will see the differences on how to maneuver all that. Because the moment you start letting that creep into your mind of what other people outside of your engagement is with this person have an opinion on you, it's gonna mess everything up. And the moment you stop taking that advice, shit'll get better for you. But that's what I was saying.
My man,
Boy, fool, man.
I told you the bitch.
It's hot in the bitch in this hold on.
I thought I was tripping.
It's hot in the bitch in this hold on. But that's the game that I would tell people. Like, you shouldn't be asking for permission. You know what I'm saying? For nobody family. Like, it should be on you. All right, I want to marry this person. I'm a good man. I'm a good woman, or whatever it is. This is what I'm rolling with. Is you with me or not? Either way, I'm going. So that's the way people got to think, bro.
No, it's facts though.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because I equate it to this. This is my story. My wife's mother did not like me. This is facts. They will tell you that they did not like me. Her side did not like me. You get what I'm saying? And it was because of perception. Like, they didn't know who I was. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know how hard I was gonna work to get me and my wife out these situations and push my wife to be the best woman that she can be. They didn't know that from the jump. All they seen was Matthew from the hood, skinny as a fucking rifle. What? I was walking. You get what I'm saying?
And ugly.
I was walking, my nigga. You get what I'm saying? And I was ugly. Let's say that.
Not was.
Shit. But anyway, you get what I'm saying? Like I come from all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no support system, no none of that shit. But I always knew in myself, I'm gonna be great. I can tell us what I gotta do to do it. It's gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? But they didn't see that in me. You get what I'm saying? And it's not for you to see that in me. It's for my woman to see that. Exactly. And my wife seen it in me and stood with me. You get what I'm saying? So bam, fast forward, goddamn 7 years later, you know what I'm saying? We go to a family function on her side. I get pulled to the side by her family, and they giving me my props. Like, hey, we see where you took it. Everything you said, you stood on. You get what I'm saying? Through all the opinions and through all the motherfuckers saying shit. The more we progress and they seen everything else around us, all the people they thought was gonna be great around us falling off. I was studying on that shit, baby.
Living better than everybody.
I'm living better than everybody now.
Talk that talk.
I'm the head of the family. You know what I'm saying? Almost on both sides, to be for real. You know what I'm saying? Because when people want some game, who they come to? They come to me. You know what I'm saying? And in a sense, I take pride in that because they know I'm a stand-up dude and I'm gonna tell you right. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people, like, I just feel like they just need to stay out the way. Like, when you have kids, bro, stay out your kids' way as far as they love life. Like, you can have your opinion initially, but if that's what they want to do, stay out the way, bro. Let them go through their situations, because you don't know, like, if they thinking and what they doing is gonna be super successful. You don't know that. You get what I'm saying? And if it don't work, don't throw it in their face. It's like, hey, it just didn't work. So me personally, I don't feel like I should be standing in somebody's way. You get what I'm saying? I got a son, so I know he gonna marry somebody out here or choose to marry somebody out here. Bro, don't come talk to me about that. Just tell me where I need to be with a suit on. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it.
Loyalty.
The dean, the God, the myth, the man, the legend himself.
It's the dean, man.
Pastor.
Ain't really got much to add to that, gang.
The doors of the church are now open.
So fact.
It's hot to the
Thank you, fellas, for your time, man. I appreciate you guys letting me up, man. I just wanted to add my piece into that, man, because I just think we just need to focus more on ourselves and figure out what we got going on and know what we want from a relationship before we even address what women got going on.
That's a fact.
Point, period.
Real rap. Well, look here again. We appreciate you checking in with us, bro. We're gonna catch up with you later on.
Peace.
All right.
Another thing too, we was talking about the whole baby mamas and all that shit too. They did have a certain point, which I will agree with. Niggas do gotta stop busting in these women, dog.
Hey.
Like, yes, that woman allowed you to have sex with her, that was the point I was driving home. Like, the woman allowed that to happen. So that's who I was really standing on because of that. However, while you in there, you can't just be going off in everything and then getting mad when she want to keep it.
But I mean, what if the grip is just,
when you say everything?
I don't care.
You know, like you being sometimes like the grip.
Man. We'll wear condoms.
I'm out.
Eliminate, reduce your chances. Don't be just going in raw because it feel good and just
What if I was scheduled for overtime?
What that be? You can't wear a condom real quick?
No, I can't.
I'm talking them busting and then leaving, not trying to take care of the kid, leaving all these situations when they had control too. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to pander, but
no, I mean you speaking facts, but I'm just like because you know what the grip be feeling like.
I know that.
Like sometimes the grip just like, come on,
The
fam.
grip ain't worth 18 plus years though.
That's true. That's very true.
That's what I think about. Is this person suitable? A lot of times, maybe that's
You won't be in there long enough to have that thought.
It's me. It's me involved. Sometimes
Is
maybe
this
that
grip
too
work
long.
up?
They be
Everybody.
in there. Why did you do this to me?
Oh my God.
Never
All right,
felt
man.
this way before.
All right, we about to get up out of here.
Put it in my mouth.
Oh no, Stu.
Man, I wish y'all knew the gems that we have. Bro.
Yeah, man. These is stories that could never be told. Never be told, man. But on that note, we out of here, man. We appreciate it. We gotta get to work, man. Catch up with y'all later on, man. You can stay old.